Boom, action. This thing's on. What's up, everybody in the Biktrix owners world? What do I got here? A battery. I just wanted to respond to a question that was brought up on the thread of the video I just posted for last night. And that is, what battery am I running? What type of performance am I getting? I actually noticed that the comment was gone. I don't know what happened, but it's gone. But anyways, to answer that question, and then I have another question that someone actually DM'd me, so I'll answer that. 48, 14 and a half, 700 watt hour battery. I think this is the smallest one they have. Great battery. And let me tell you about the battery. Let's talk about this battery. This is one of two. I have two of these. So on most rides, well, I'm only at 6 rides, so I take the other one with me. It's battery number 2. And the reason I number these batteries, this is 1, and it will always be, for now, it will always be number 1, is because I'm noticing that this battery right here is getting better performance the more I use it. It's actually, I'm seriously seeing that the battery isn't bleeding down as fast as when I first got it. So I know nothing about batteries. So as far as I'm concerned, it seems like the battery actually starts learning how to work. Maybe it unleashes more performance as it breaks in. I don't know. Again, I'm not a battery tech dude at all. I'm just saying I've noticed firsthand this battery is getting better performance every time I go out and hit the mountain. So with that being said, like I said, this is the 48, 14 and a half, 700 watt hour. And I was asked, what type of performance am I getting? Awesome performance. So my ride on Sunday was pretty intense and it was long. I got up to where I couldn't go any further because I needed studded tires. But I was at 8.8 miles and I just broke the yellow on the battery gauge. Now I'm running voltage, so I'm watching my voltage, but it still drops into the yellow. So at that point, I left it be, came back down the hill probably about a mile, took a break. While I was taking a break, taking some pictures and stuff like that and just enjoying my ride, I said, I'll go ahead and switch out my battery. Now, the only reason I switched out my battery is because I had 3 inclines on the way back because I got to the top and then you kind of go through the mountains and then there's a couple pools. So I wanted to make sure I had the juice for that, and also doing the downhill, I like to have a full battery because downhill's fun. And I like to bank off of the trails, and then when I come out of that banking off of the trails, I can throw some throttle to it and really get moving. Kind of adrenaline side. You know what I mean? Most people just, on a standard mountain bike, you be in your higher gear, you bank off, give it a little pedal. Here it's just fun. You just throw some throttle to it and just launch out of those banks and stuff like that. So all that being said, I'm super happy. So we can say I damn near got 9 miles, and that was 2,000 feet elevation climb. And pretty much you got to remember, this battery had every force imaginable, I guess so to say. The bike's 60 pounds, 65 pounds. I'm 250, okay? We're going uphill. It's 40. Dropped down into the 30s, got down to freezing, as well as I'm running like 15 pounds of pressure in the tires. So all the elements of the environment that are out there to punch a battery in the face, they were beating this thing up. And it still did 9 solid miles on this battery. So, like I've said before, I want to upgrade. I'm very appreciative of both of my batteries. Biktrix been really cool to me. I have 2 of these. I do want to get the biggest battery. for the best range, because I want those initial hits when I start my ride. I want to have the biggest battery possible to just really rip it up and go. So the bigger battery, I'm not sure if I'll do the 52 or I think it's the 48. Is it the 21? I'm not sure. I don't have those numbers in front of me, but I want to do the biggest battery available for my Juggernaut Ultra 1000. So to answer your question, the battery does great. If you're a flatlander with just a couple little hills, maybe you're doing the rails to trails rides, this thing's going to be great. This thing is going to be great. Rails to trails, I remember I used to do one when I lived in Pennsylvania, and there and back was 20 miles. There are 2 points in between Newville, Pennsylvania and Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, and if you did that there and back, that was 20 miles. This battery, there's no doubt this battery is going to do that for you, because you're pedaling. As long as you're pedaling, and I pedal, I use the throttle just for fun and to get me out of certain situations. Here's another thing I noticed about the battery, and I mentioned it in that video on my ride on Sunday. I feel like the performance while you're riding for the day and you're on your little trip, the performance is greatly increased when you're taking breaks. I just feel like the battery, I know it's an inanimate object, I just feel like the battery gets to breathe and take a breath and somehow just reorganize itself. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a battery scientist. I just feel like the little breaks, I'm seeing good performance out of the battery. Now, maybe that's just a figment of what I'm seeing, and it's just every ride the battery gets better. So I don't know what to say. So all I gotta say is the batteries are great, the bike's great, Biktrix is doing a great job. You guys have heard me say this so many times now, and I'm sorry to keep beating a dead horse. I just want this information out there. It's like I'm calling it true review, okay? I'm a real person. I'm not in a studio. I'm not making these pretty edited YouTube videos with all the music and all the B-roll and stuff like that. I'm just coming to you with the camera and saying, listen, this bike's awesome. Don't even sweat giving them your money. And I'm telling you what, if you have any issues, they're on top of it. I mean, just go through their feed on their Facebook and read. When somebody gets upset or something goes wrong, they're on it. They're responding. They're like, hey, email us. Hey, try this. They're even tagging some of the mechanics that work in the shop. Hey, address this. I had an issue with my dropper post, and I think his name, I don't want to say it wrong, Roshan. He tagged the guy that built my bike, and then the guy that built my bike commented and told me how to fix it. So I probably could have figured it out, but it was quick, boom, little Allen wrench, fix my dropper post, no problem. So another thing that someone DM'd me about is they questioned the motor shutoff when I was trying to show you guys how the torque sensor works when you're on an incline and you just start to give that crank some self torque, and then it kicks in. And I had mentioned, okay, I'm on the brake right now. I actually let off the brake and started to pedal. Those of you that don't have a Biktrix and you're on the fence, or you're looking at it, you're shopping around, their motor cutoff is precise, instantaneous motor shutoff. That works great for the longevity of your chain, the longevity of your crank, your cassette, the motor itself, everything. That is just so important that they have, and they have it dialed in perfect. Okay, and this is the first e-bike I've ever had, but when I'm sitting there and I'm thinking motor shut off, that's exactly what you want. You want to kill the power to that motor, and it does it. Like, there's no question about it. And it's instant. One thing that isn't instant is if you stop pedaling, there's still a little torque going, at least on my bike. I don't know about all you other guys, but my bike, you stop pedaling. And that's where I want to bring this part up. Knowing that their precision on the motor shutoff is so perfect, if you get yourself in a bind, not necessarily slamming on the brakes is something you're going to do, but just having in the back of your mind, all you got to do is flick the brake lever on the front or rear, just flick it, and it kills the motor. So if you're kind of in a tight spot, that could be the difference of 6 inches and falling off the side of a trail downhill, laying it over, shooting up some technicals, like, making a mistake. It's nice if you're in a rough spot and you're mountain biking and you're in a rough spot, you don't want that power. You need to stop. So you just flick the brake. Maybe you just jump off the bike, mount with your feet, and gain control, and then go from there. That is great. So yeah, when I was pulling that hill, trying to show you guys the torque sensing, how you just put a little weight on that crank and it'll take off, I had my hands off the brakes. Because if you have your hand just barely on that brake and you go to either hit the throttle or torque sense, it will not engage. So other than that, again, Biktrix, you're doing a great job. Everybody out there that's on the fence, go ahead and jump over it. I seen some comments this morning about people kind of complaining about the shipping. Remember, that's out of Biktrix's control. Remember, if you're getting stuff from the States, you're dealing with crossing the border, so you're dealing with import export type of stuff. I know my bike went for a kind of a crazy ride, and it came FedEx. I do believe it was FedEx that brought it. So it bounced, and then I think it was kind of weird. I think the paperwork might make a weird trail. So if you're tracking it, don't quote me on this. I feel like I used to work in shipping and logistics and stuff. I feel like the paperwork makes some sort of weird transfer, which can make your bike look like it's doing something out of the ordinary. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat giving these people your money. They're going to send you your bike. And if something goes wrong, I'm 100% sure they're going to give you your money back. So this company's legit. This company's solid. And they got great reviews. So don't even sweat that. I'm telling you, true review, regular working guy, gave him my $2,500 and I got a bike. I got it quick. So I'm one of the few, well, I think everyone's getting it, but I'm like, I was just amazed it came as fast as it did. So, plus remember, we're bouncing in and out this damn pandemic. No one knows what's going on. So other than that, you can trust Biktrix. They haven't paid me to say this at all. So you can trust these guys. I'm solid. I'm solid with this company. I plan to do all of my e-bike business with them from here on out. The way things are going, the way the company is currently, and the way I see this company, I think this company's at the forefront of the e-bike industry, and I think they're going to be a big name. So I'm happy with them. I'm already thinking about like my next bike. Like I want to get an even better bike. I want the best bike Biktrix can get. So that's what's on my scope. Anyways, you got any other questions? You need me to try anything out or look into something maybe for you? I don't know. I'm just trying to do a real review and let people know, hey, these bikes are legit. And I'm going to be putting my bike through the paces, especially once winter's over and I can get way up on that mountain. I'm going to beat it down. I'm going to make that bike work. All right. Take it easy, everyone. Have a happy Thursday.